Welcome to Daily Life Connection. Thanks for joining me again today. I want to talk today about the God who doesn't make us pay. The God who doesn't make us pay. Now, the reality is, if it's the income tax time and if we owe the government, they're going to make you pay. Never once have I ever heard of the government writing to us and saying, you know what, we've decided we're not going to make you pay this year. Not going to happen. Or somebody who really dislikes us and we do something and we wrong them. And basically they are saying, I'm going to make you pay. That's not God at all. He's totally the opposite of that. He is not only the God who doesn't make us pay, but He's the God who pays for us. He goes a step beyond, always does. He says, I'm not going to make you pay for the wrongs you've done. And in fact, I'll pay your debt for you. I'll pay your debt for you. Jesus tells that story in several parables of people who owe money and they've been forgiven their debts. And in fact, He taught us to pray that. Forgive us our debts. Forgive us what we owe, as we forgive those indebted to us. God is a God who cancels debts, who pays debts. That's incredibly good news. For those who, have bills that are due and more outgo than income, for those who have had to borrow to buy a home or whatever it may be, wouldn't it be amazing if somebody come along and just said, I've just taken care of your debt. I've paid it off for us. That sets us free to live in a whole new way, doesn't it? And that's what our God has done for us. The God who pays. The God who pays our debts. He sets us free to live in a whole new way. We are no longer bound by those things, by the wrongs we have done, by the things that we have sinned. Those things don't hold us anymore. You see, if I owe somebody $10,000, they hold authority over me. They hold me accountable. I'm chained to them, if you will, until I get that debt paid. And that's what God does. He just cuts all that and says, I'm going to set you free from that. I am not going to make you pay. I'm not going to hold you to account. That wonderful verse in Colossians chapter 2 that says the record book of our debts, the record that was against us of our indebtedness, was nailed to the cross. It was erased. It was blotted out. It was taken care of. He sets us free to live in a whole new way. We look at our lives and we say, if I didn't owe that much money here or that much money there, then I could go on a nice vacation or I could do whatever. But I'm not free to do that as long as I'm in debt. And that's what God has done for us. He has paid our debts. He has set us free so that we can enjoy life. Jesus said, I've come that you might have life and have it to the full. Well, you can't have it to the full if you're constantly feeling you need to pay for your sins and you need to make your life better and stop doing something to start doing other. We're in bondage to that sin. We're in we owe, and so God set us free, and He set us free from not only that, but from having to prove to Him that we are grateful. Sometimes, we might think, well, yes, I know He set me free, but now I've got to work really hard to show that I'm grateful. And you know what God says about that? He says, you know how you show your gratefulness? Just love me. Just love me. Just enjoy relationship with me. God has set us free from all debts and penalties so that we can just enjoy Him. That's incredibly good news. Let's think about that today, and we'll talk again tomorrow. God bless.